Right, welcome back to the YouTube. So, week 7 of my off season, and I got a big day planned. Okay, so come here this morning, fasted, get the bloods done. Then gonna go and train 2 of my online clients. First time seeing them both in person. They've had an incredible transformation, and I'm really looking forward to spending some time with them, getting to know them on a better level, and putting them through a glutes and ham session. And then I've got a big session with my brother Six.
Skirt on.
Right, so reasons for me getting my bloods. In all honesty, I'm an assisted athlete, okay? I have been assisted for 2 years now, and that decision didn't come lightly. It's probably one that I actually kind of regret now, because I'm not trying to look to actually chase an IFBB Pro Club in bodybuilding. And as I'm probably now going into bodybuilding, I just want to do PCA. So it's something that I probably wouldn't have done in the circumstance I'm in, but I need to make sure that now I have gone down that route, I'm staying on top of my health markers as much as possible, because unless you know what's going on underneath the hood, you don't know what your cycle actually should be. I've heard people going on their cycle, first time, 500 milligrams a test, ridiculous numbers, and they don't even need half of that. So we've done it fasted today because we don't want HDL levels to be increased, which is basically where there's any stress on the body, because that's going to give you rises in lots of other things, even in your clotting within your blood, that can have a change. We've also done this fasted so there's no insulin spikes or anything like that, which is then going to have a level on your blood sugar levels. So my brother Six, we're also checking whether he's actually natty.
But that's the real reason, to prove to your bastards that I am a natty. No, I'm joking. No, I'm playing.
So yeah, we're gonna get a big session in today. Back on the YouTube. See you guys in a bit.
Yeah, man.
So 7 weeks post show, been on cycle 7 weeks, and so before we go into a cycle, we want to make sure that everything is in the right place. All bloods are so important, because if you don't know what's actually going on underneath the hood, you don't know what you actually need to be taking in the first place, and you don't know whether your health is in a good enough place. I haven't actually trained in 3 days. The reason I haven't trained in 3 days is because that's going to make sure that HDL is down low, that there's no extra stress that's been on the body, no extra swelling or anything like that, and it's going to give us the most accurate reading as possible. I'm also fasted as well, because any spike in insulin can make an effect on your actual blood tests itself. These are such important things that we make sure we get the most accurate readings so that we can attack the off season in the right way. If you are not doing any of these things before you do your cycle, you shouldn't be getting on the cycle at all. Your health should be the most important thing before you even think about going assisted.
Look at these.
They're there on service at all times, ready. Been a health phase ever since show.
When was that? It was like a month ago now.
8 weeks.
8, okay.
Yeah, 8 weeks now. Finally back to normal, like a couple of weeks ago really. Feel like I've like actually fully recovered. Strength is starting to like really come up. So yeah, finally starting to push some food in. That's it. Off season, bodybuilding this time. There's a juicy one.
So Anthony's doing what's called our platinum hormone test at the moment. So it's 53 different biomarkers. It's got a full hormone panel in it. All your liver, your lipids, your kidneys, your red and white blood cells. It's a really, really good overview of a really good panel. What we do then, we send the bloods off today. Our lab will get the results back normally in 2 days. So today's Tuesday, and so he normally gets them back Wednesday/Thursday. He normally messages me about 84 times before they come and says, where are they? But no, it's cool. I get them back to him normally in a couple of days. And he's pretty good at actually overviewing all the results. He's got very, very good knowledge of bloods. You do have the option of an advanced report where our doctor goes over all of the hormones and all the tests and all the markers. But Anthony's pretty knowledgeable, so he can basically, through his experience, interpret and read his bloods really, really well now. And then send them all off.
The first couple of times though, I definitely recommend like getting the doctor to give you that extra bit, because the amount of information that went over was ridiculous. It actually gave me like a real good insight to learn myself as well, because of like literally where she breaks down all the different markers and even goes over supplementation that you needed.
Clear.
Yeah, it's really clear.
Clarity of it all. And that is it. That is Mr. Anthony done.
That's it.
Easy.
Hopefully start the off season. I don't like eating this late. I'm starving. So we're getting meal 1 in. The meals are going to be a little bit closer together today, unfortunately. I like to normally space my meals out 2-3 hours, sorry. But we just literally just got our bloods done. So now it's time to get the nutrition in. So I've got 400 grams of potato. The reason why potato, it sets off satiety. So it actually stops you feeling hungry for a lot longer. You can get a lot more volume out of potato than any other carbohydrate with less calories. And then I've got 50 grams of kimchi, which is your digestive enzymes. Obviously 100 grams of veg for your actual fiber intake, health. And then got that protein in, 150 grams of chicken. So that's meal one. And then we're gonna get meal two in when we get to Gritness, just before I train my clients. So then I have an hour for it to digest.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm here hearing you, standing here hearing you listening to you talk about how much food you got in there, you prick. I'm fucking hating. I got flipping egg whites, cod, and half a bagel. That's me, okay? That's my packed lunch for today.
Right, 7 weeks ago, my first meal was 100 grams of blueberries, 15 grams of almond butter, 100 grams of strawberry with whey. So,
fair enough.
just before I train two of my clients today, I'm gonna get my second meal in, which is my pre-workout. So we're up to 460 grams of carbohydrates now, as we're in the off season. But I take a few tablets before I train, just to make sure that I'm obviously utilizing the carbohydrates as best as possible. So I've got Insure here, which is basically per 50 grams of carbohydrates, it pushes it into the bloodstream quicker. This is from Freak Labs, and their Pump Aid. Then I take ashwagandha, and basically one of the most deficient things that we are in our body is magnesium. So I take magnesium glycinate before every meal, and this has helped with digestion and make everything performance best as possible. So within this, we've got 100 grams of blueberries, which has got antioxidants in, to make sure we have no swelling, cream of rice, 125, 50 grams of whey, and then 20 grams of dark chocolate to make sure that we expand our veins and make sure we're getting good blood flow. So, majority of the time with my clients, I always like to add the accessory movements to the front of the workout as well as the back. Why the front? Because for me, bodybuilding and physique development is not about how much you can lift. It's about making sure you lift in the safest way with the best contractions. So if you've got loads of blood in the area, when you go into your compounds, you're much less likely to get injured. So you do a ham curl before an RDL, you don't need to go as heavy, which is putting less pressure on your tendons, and you're not going to get injured anywhere near as easily. So we've actually done our adductors, because I always find that getting the adductors warm means there's going to be less room for injury, because it is a muscle that people don't really pay attention to. And then a ham curl before we go into our RDLs, and now a glute drive, and then a glute accessory to finish, because we are fatigued, but we still want to get enough volume on that muscle group. I've got to do like so much movement on my hamstrings to bring them up. So yeah, you pull towards you, I think. So just do 4. Yep. Straight into the next one. Yeah, well, you're definitely going heavier. Right, ready, Santa? What do you reckon? Another 20 for a work-in? I normally try and go with both hands so you're not twisting and putting, because when it's heavy and there's pressure here, if you then twist with your one shoulder, you'll pull something here. It's nice, it's all right. It's just we want to try and keep posture as much as possible. Yeah, that's working set, let's go. Let's go. There you go. One more. Finish it off, good, hold it top. Good. I think if we go another 5, we're definitely getting between that, we're getting that rep range. Or if you feel like it's gonna be enough, just go for it. Yeah, just go for the 15 to 20. Do as many as you can. There you go, good pulls to the top, perfect. Right, so that was a glutes and ham session with my client Abby and Santa. As you can see, like, form is incredible from both of them. No breakdown in form the whole way through the session. Girls have a good time? Well, yeah, for the next one. So right, now it's time to get a big session in today. Push my first session in 3 days after having 3 days rest to make sure that my bloods were the most accurate they could possibly be. But we just had an amazing session with 2 of my clients, right? They've been on an incredible journey of their own. One's been with me 14 weeks, the other's been with me 12. But yeah, we went over having glute session. They both have done a recomposition phase, and then Santa is about 4 weeks into her cut, whereas Abby has just finished her cut and now she's back from Thailand and she's going into her next phase. 6, what we saying?
Time for them gains, bro.
It's time for the gains. So shout out to Liberty. All supplements come from there. So this is Mega Pump, which has actually got beetroot extract in, which helps expand veins. So this is my pump, because I'm not going to have any stimulants when I'm training this early in the day. I'm not tired, feel fresh, feel real recovered after 3 days rest. So time to get the session in. Yep. Yep, let's go. Good. Good. Yep. Come on, finish it nicely. All the way in. Get that contraction. Yeah, now yours negative. Yeah.
In a good way. I do, but I put them last in my exercise now.
Yeah.
On my program, just because a lot of the time, no matter, as soon
So, something me and Six were just speaking about was standardizing form before increasing the weight. And this is so important to stop injuries. So like for me, last week, I got 175 on my RDLs, right? My rep range is 7 to 11. I got the 11. I could go up to the 180, 175. But there's no real point until everything's perfect. Like, Six, what are you saying like, about putting RDLs to the back of your session?
yeah, because a lot of the time I find like, heavier I go with them, I get injured eventually.
Yeah.
Something will go, something will go, and it will put me out for a while, whether it's my bicep or something else, you get me? So what I do now is, so I don't have to go as heavy with it, I put it towards the back of the session.
Yeah,
Get me?
which is something I mentioned like with my clients earlier, in my, like when we were speaking about the session. I make my clients do their accessories first. They're nice and warm. They know that they're going to get full range of motion without injuring themselves. And that's going to mean much more time in the gym rather than injured at home. So then you can gain that tissue.
Yeah, it's like load, I would say, is a very, very important thing.
Yeah.
There's no two ways about that. But on a long list of important things, I'd put it at the bottom.
Yeah,
'Cause
100%.
if you're ticking all the other boxes, you don't even need to go as heavy. to make
Yeah.
the-
Small increments is actually going to help you a lot more with your progress. So for there, I got 122 for 11 last week. So that's beating the rep range. I could have gone up a whole pin, but I decided to go halfway in between, and I've got the rep range again. That means I can go up next week. And I've kept my form standardized rather than putting the weight up too much, failing, and then trying to move my body differently to try and get the reps. Yeah. Let's go. Finish it off. That's it. Clients and approach to Christmas, okay? Both our clients are all lifestyle. Bear in mind, you've got a prep client to be fair,
Yeah.
but you still have the same approach to that client for Christmas, don't you, as well? Sort of, it's a time of enjoyment. It's like, you're gonna get massive fatigue with your progress if you're not able to have some time out to actually enjoy things with the people who mean most to you.
Yeah, you know what, for me as well, it's more the psychological aspect. I was saying to one of my clients the other day, is like, you don't want your fitness journey to be a stressful situation.
Yeah.
You don't want to be in situations where you're spending more time thinking about what you're giving up versus what you're actually gaining.
Yeah.
So around this time of year, I always say to my clients, look, it's more of a strategic thing. I want you to enjoy it. I'm gonna enjoy it. I'm gonna be drunk and turn off my work phone. I ain't gonna be responsible to no message at a certain point.
Yeah.
But it's being strategic with it, like knowing where your socials are, mapping them out to say, okay, I've got a social that weekend, that day. Around that now, you have to stay on point. That's how you get the balance. You're not gonna miss out on the socials, but in return, you have to make sure that you are on point in these areas to compensate for what's gonna happen over there.
Right, exercise selection and volume throughout the week. This is so important, okay? Your exercise selection is going to obviously, basically edit where your body's gonna grow the most amount of tissue, because obviously if you're doing more incline presses, then you're gonna go the top of your chest more. If you're doing more flat, you're gonna base the width, okay? So for me, I wanna bring roundness to my chest, so I spend a lot more volume on my incline. We're both yamming on our food because we are starving. And even though we're in different phases, I might have more rice, but you can see the basis of the meals are exactly the same. Veg, chicken, rice. Just season up differently. You know what I mean? So, big overview of the day, right? Got our bloods done, making sure that our health is on point. Then got a session in with my clients, then making sure that they're stepping in the right direction along their journey. Then big session with my brother Six, my first session as a bodybuilder with you, isn't it? First session as a bodybuilder, man stepped up into the big ranks. Now into the phone instead of the trunks.
I don't wear no phone, bro.
Let's be real, What is it?
posing trunks. It's like, you know when you're a grown man, you get like, it's no longer toys, it's action figures. That's what it's like. It ain't thongs, it's posing trunks.
Gone over some big topics today, okay? Make sure you guys stay tuned for the next one.